Okay, see if you're getting any levels from that.
From the
Yeah. Sound output, input.
Okay. Oh, well, I see.
Do you see the video?
I see the video.
Do you hear the audio?
Let's see.
Da, 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 da.
It's just not loading.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
The Wi-Fi is just.
You can take it out and see.
I'm so sorry that you had to come back and time it.
No, it's so fine. It's just super weird.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, audio's good.
Oh, audio's going?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I heard that your keyboard typing. But
Okay.
I mean, it is
Fantastic.
delayed. Okay.
We'll rock then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
My
it's
God.
the halftime show. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay.
Test. It is the second half. We are back. It's Riley Weiss at the top to Mia Broom. And Susie Raffu down at the post. She's looking up, and good. Right over Middleton. Now Columbia's best. Oh, so
Torrance is back in the game. Lions up 42-26 off of the back of some stifling full court press defense, resulting in 14 Binghamton turnovers.
yes. And that's still going on. When we went to the half, that turnover number was 15. So it appears the statisticians have taken one away upon review. Now it's a full court pass from Maria Oblihash to Susie Raffu, who capitalizes with another layup. It's 44-28, a commanding 16-point lead.
A bit of cherry picking from Susie Raifu. The Binghamton Bearcats did not get back on defense in time.
That's out of bounds, staying on Columbia's end. It took me a second to realize because the two teams have switched sides as is customary at halftime. So it's Maria Oblihash trying to inbound the ball. Perry Page with a good old juke out, but it's called a charge.
Really?
Push off.
Push off, yeah. That did kind of look like a push off to me. She created a lot of space down low.
Yeah.
But questionable call. I thought she just had some quick feet there.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 1. 15-yard penalty. Still second down. Now here's Megan Casey running up the sideline. And now all the way across to Middleton. Decides not to take the 3. Takes a little mid-range, but that's a little too far. Now struggle for the rebound, but it stays with Binghamton. And that was Kendall Bennett
That was
with the short shot.
some really great passing down low. Kept that ball up and away from the pesky hands of Columbia and able to just find the open man down low.
Yes. Now Maria is still searching. She's got Mia Broom at the wing. A 3 is a little too far. Susie Raffu tries to get the rebound, but that's an over and back foul against Middleton.
Over the back.
Over that. Somewhere over the rainbow.
The Lions are winning the game.
Indeed. No scarecrow or tin man to be found, though. Lions doing all the work themselves. Not even a witch. This is all real physical basketball. These Lions don't need magic to win this game.
Just need effort and grit.
Yes. Binghamton has it in the corner looking for a pass, but now it's a baseline drive, and that's good from Boyd, getting around Oblihash. Despite the quickness, she can't stay up. There, here's Broom searching on the right wing. Using a light Raffu screen, then passing it in, trying to get around Bennett. Now it's to Page in the post. Back out to Broom, crosses over Pucci. And now Oblihash, a 3 from the left wing. Not quite. Rebound Pucci, and Binghamton takes it back. No press this time, just staying close by. Pucci trying to drive around Page, now kicks it out to Casey. Looking. A 3 from Casey, and that one's good.
Step back 3 cuts it to a 9-point game, single-digit lead.
Wow. Riley Weiss considering doing a right back at you. Now does. That's a long 3, and it's good. Over the defender.
Absolutely gross 3.
Woo! Can you believe that? Now full court pass. Pucci right back at you. Another 3-pointer. It's a shootout here in the third quarter.
Is Riley Weiss going to pull again? It looks like the Bearcats are in a 2-3 zone defense.
Yes, they're really trying to change it up here.
Okay, now we're in man again.
Susie at the post almost loses the ball. Now to Oblihash at the top of the foul. Nope. Back out. Now to Weiss at the wing. Susie from the foul line. Not quite. And Boyd gets the rebound for Binghamton. Middleton's going long, trying to be open for the pass, but Boyd doesn't see it, just trying to get around Oblihash. Driving, now does on the left side, but loses the ball to Bennett. And a little bit of a shot put goes in for Bennett.
Great vision by Boyd there. Quick flurry by Binghamton. Suddenly a 7-point game.
Columbia cannot lose this game if they want to even have a chance of getting into March Madness without winning Ivy Madness. Now a 3 from Mia Broom is not quite, and it's to Casey. Still going through, trying to get around Mia Broom. This is a matchup of players with the number 5. A screen from Bennett, and Casey gets around Broom. The layup, not quite though. An offensive rebound, Middleton picks up. Too strong on the shot put, and Susie Raffu comes down with it. Now
Kendall Bennett
Weiss.
is playing really big down low. It's very important for Bingham.
Mia Broom with a 3, and that one's good. The shooting overall has improved so much this quarter from both teams. Have to give a shout out to that profile photo from Broom. Speaking of Broom, she picks up the inbounds pass, gets the steal, and now draws a foul.
The inbounder really just threw it right to her.
Yes,
Right
this
there.
is
She
a
didn't
routine
have to
pass.
move.
Oh, honey, Mia. Now, these are your first foul shots of the game. About 25 minutes in. It's been clean so far, but now just a little bit more of a smattering of fouls around. And Mia Broom taking her first foul shots of the game. She is generally a better free throw shooter than the rest of the team, but we've got to knock on wood for this one so that she doesn't miss. Makes her first. Audience applauds.
Announcer Jinx.
Who? Announcer Jinx who? I don't think this is wood, unfortunately. The closest thing I have is a paper napkin.
That was a tree at some point.
And that's good. That was a tree at some point. Sustainable Columbia. Casey looking for an inbound, and that's a full court pass. And Poochie's wide open for the layup. She got fully away from this
Yeah,
defense.
fully behind the defense. A little caught napping moment there.
Yes. Now Fliss around. Broom a 3. That's in and out. And Poochie comes up with the rebound. She's trying to get around Broom. Go, Ted. Nope. Seems Ted did not have a thing to say.
Apologies. The busted headset makes it hard to hear you.
That's fair. Middleton tried to drive on Weiss, but was too strong on the rebound, too strong on the layup, and now foul on the rebound.
Man, when Binghamton gets a 3-point shot up, they're 6 of 8.
That's
for
ridiculous.
75% clips. It's just getting to that point.
And Columbia
Those
just
16
shooting
turnovers.
28% from 3. I think Binghamton switching to the zone, trying to get them to force them to shoot more threes. I think they're willing to die on the, Mia Broom or Riley Weiss 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Not willing to die on Columbia picking them apart from the inside
But
out.
it's not a pure zone. It looks like a matchup zone. Like it's sort of fluid between in and out of like man and zone.
Yes. Bennett taking free throws has made her first and makes the second as well. Feldrape is in for the inbounds into Broom easily. Binghamton clearly trying to establish the zone before Columbia can escape it.
You know, it's more of a 3-2 zone than
Yes.
a 2-3.
It's certainly 3-2.
Now to the corner for Fliss, opts not to take the 3. Now picks up the ball, searching for options. Mia Broom right at the center, but not quite on the 3. And that's a foul on the floor on the rebound, likely on number 20, Bella Pucci. No,
If you're Columbia,
22
do you
Middleton.
keep shooting these threes? And Bingham's, they're giving you the 3. You can get a 3 probably 80% of the possessions you want. A nice open 3, maybe a little bit contested. But you're not shooting very well right now.
Yeah,
Do you continue to shoot that 3, or do you try to get back to your normal offense, even if it's unoptimal given the zone defense?
I think the 3 is their like normal offense. You know, they've had a rough go shooting it the last couple games, but when they're clicking, it's because they're knocking down threes like that.
yeah. Unfortunately, this year, it seems they haven't shot the 3 ball well in any game.
Yeah.
It
One
doesn't
can
seem
hope-
like they have.
Like through statistical
Regression to the mean.
that stuff will work out in the long run for them. Because I believe in their shooters. You know, Riley Weiss is usually lights out or was last year.
Weiss's, but who do we graduate? Cecilia Collins, Abby Shoes long gone.
Cecilia Collins and Kitty Henderson graduated, and Emily Montez is no longer on the team. But Montez wasn't a big contributor, barely got minutes. Kitty Henderson and Cecilia Collins were team staples, perennial starters and winners. But Kitty Henderson is not walking through that door. Cecilia Collins is not walking through that door. You got to do it yourself.
No Kitty Henderson is in attendance. She is walking through that door, but not that door.
Yes, she has walked through
They're
the
walking
doors
through
of
some doors.
Dodge Hall and Levian Gymnasium and sat in one of the many seats in this stadium. We saw her earlier tonight talking to my parents. Shout out.
Your parents.
Yes, let's go lesbians.
Hell yeah.
Fist bumps all around for that.
Yeah, fist bumps all around for that. Fist bumps all around for that. The crowd going absolutely mild for the cheerleaders right now. They're really bringing it.
Oh, man. Well, this cheerleading team is very talented. We have flips up the wazoo.
Oh,
Wow. And big flags, if you like those.
I am a big proponent of big flags myself.
All right.
I love it when they got the big flag. You know, they run with
Yeah.
the flag.
Yeah.
It's a big flag. I like the big flag.
Let's go big flag.
Let's go big flag.
This message brought to you by Big Flag.
Columbia is not sustainable. It is bought out by big flag.
Indeed.
we're bought up by a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Coach G is talking over her team. We've got this media timeout going on, which is why we haven't been, narrating the game because it hasn't been happening.
I'll say this quarter they've got within striking distance. Like 8
Yes.
points is not that comfortable.
Yes.
You could blink it. It could be 5.
That-
it could be 4.
That
Especially with how they're shooting from 3.
Yeah. I mean, very soon they could get it down to 6-7. But
If you
that
can get it to 6 or 7 by the 4th quarter, you're really happy with that.
yeah. That really long, muscly bear cat with those claws could scratch you. It's close enough. Here we have Shea Shippen in the game for just the second time. Hilke Feldrape also in. Fliss Henderson gets it into Feldrape, and now back to Fliss. Riley from the corner. In and out.
Big
Rafi with the
board.
rebound. Layup is no good, and a struggle for the rebound. And Kaya Good comes up with it. Good spend most of the quarter on the bench, and now loses the ball. Makes you wonder why she was on the bench.
That was an open 3 from Riley Weiss, though. I mean, we're
Yes.
talking about even if they're not fouling, should you keep shooting that if that's your sort of identity? Tough call.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's their best 3-point shooter on a wide open look. I think you got to take that every time.
Agreed. She's been a little bit in her head these past few games. To almost in for the struggle that she loses the easy shot. Well, that ball went right into her hands on the inbound. Now a pass to Feldrape under the basket, layup up, and a shooting foul called. Good move from Fliss there. She was right there, just like almost hugged Feldrape to get the adrenaline back down, get each other calm for these foul shots, which is something Columbia has historically struggled with. Feldrape is shooting 2. These, I'm pretty sure, are her first free throws of the season. She misses her first. Around her right now are Susie Raffi, Fliss Henderson, Shea Shippen, and Riley Weiss. And in for Binghamton's rotation are Megan Casey, Middleton, Pucci, Good, and Bennett. And Fliss Henderson comes up with the rebound on the missed second free throw. Weiss travels in considering that three-pointer. That's not what you want to see.
Columbia does get time to set up in the full court press, though, because it's a dead ball.
That's true. And on the inbound, Boyd is trying to find someone. Was going to get it in to Pucci, but instead it's into Bennett and back to Boyd. Boyd gets around Shippen, and now Shippen's back on her. Shippen, like Aaron Nua, is a class of freshmen of big bodies, but can't keep up. And now the inbounds pass is right to a Binghamton player. The layup was good. The inbounds pass was not. And now there's a charge on a push-off from Susie Raffu trying to get it in.
That was a heads-up play by number 5 of Binghamton on the inbound play.
Yes,
She just turned
that's
around
Megan
and
Casey.
stuck up. Stuck
Wow.
up and grabbed the ball there.
Yeah, some poor pass by the Columbia inbounder as well, and by Susie Raffi to commit that foul. Suddenly, just a 6-point game here.
Yes. Halloween is long gone, but it's never too late for a jump scare on the court. Now it's that same Megan Casey trying to take it in against Oblihash. Gets around the switch, Carrie Page. Now it's to Boyd on Oblihash, driving around, pulls up little mid-range jumper, and it's in. And it's all of a sudden a 4-point game. These teams were separated in the net ranking last year by over 200 positions.
Well, I'm sure Columbia's feeling a little bit of the nerves for a team that they should, on paper, be beating. Closer than they would like it.
This Binghamton bench is fired up, chanting defense loud, loud, loud. Fliss Henderson with 6 on the shot clock trying to find someone. Maria Oblihash almost has to put it up from 3, and it's off rim. But Perry Page gets the rebound. Layup is no good under the basket. Riley Weiss tips it. Never mind. It's still Lions ball as Megan Casey was the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds at the baseline.
That was another kind of wide open layup that you want to see drop from Perry Page.
Agreed. She's had a lot of those this game. A lot of those me bounds you saw early in this game were from her own missed layups. And now it's into Perry Page. Back to Maria Oblihash over in the corner. Perhaps she hoping to get out of it. Passes to Perry along the baseline. Tries to get around in the post. Over Bennett. And that layup is good.
That was a really strong finish there by Perry Page through some tough defense.
Agreed. Now Boyd trying to take it up with Susie on her. Hughes separated by a couple feet. Now approaches more. Trying to call a screen from Middleton and gets the switch onto Riley Weiss as Boyd's defender. Now it's Middleton with Rafu on her. Tries to drive around. Trying to go the other way. Now again. Hesitates. And the foul. It counts. Goes to the line for one. And it's yet again a 4-point game with a chance to get it down to 3.
They like Binghamton liked the Middleton on Rafu one-on-one sort of ice, so they kind of cleared everyone out, let Middleton work back to face up, not back to the basket, but drove Rafu down to about the free throw line, hit a nice little turnaround jump shot, and one.
If you're going to commit to getting in Middleton's face there, you got to commit to a full foul. You can't do a weak foul and let it get the N1.
Columbia now has Blautor in for the first time this game. Clearly trying to switch up their options to see what works, try to gain some distance back. Maria Oblihash has picked up the ball, gets it into Perry in the mid-range, driving into the post, bumped to Riley in the corner, now driving, a little step back, not quite. Blautor the offensive rebound, and it's out to Riley at the top.
The zone has really slowed down the offense, gave them a lot of problems.
Yes. Now Perry driving to the right around Bennett.
Nice
Gets
block.
blocked hard.
Huge block there by Bennett. This Binghamton offense has slowed this Binghamton defense has slowed this Columbia offense to an absolute crawl.
I'm just wondering how often they have to face a 3-2 zone.
Very rarely. I mean, great coaching by Binghamton to recognize that this would be a weak point for Columbia, switch to the zone and commit to it.
Yes. That's head coach Mary Grimes, by the way. Inbounds pass to Perry Page with the rebound is again no good, and that's a held ball on the next attempt for a rebound.
It's just a 3-point game.
Yeah. Apologies, I keep mixing up layup and rebound. There's an unfortunate habit of mine.
That was another missed layup, though.
Yes.
On not a bad look.
Now Megan Casey trying to take it up on Mia Broom. That quickness, she gets around her almost immediately. Middleton now trying to get around Oblihash. Number 22, a green jersey and a last name Middleton. Am I seeing an all-star here? Now kick to Boyd and to Bennett in the post. Over Blautor, and that is good and the foul. It's a 1-point game with a chance to tie.
Absolutely electric finish through contact there for Binghamton. You got to be feeling really good if you're a Binghamton fan right now.
Binghamton bench screaming.
A strong finish through that foul, kind of representative of what's been going on here in the third quarter.
Yes.
Binghamton outscoring Columbia 27-14 in this half.
That is rough.
Coach G remiss with her team on the sideline, throwing her hands up. Like, what do I need to do? What does this team need?
Suddenly a tie game. Just a minute 25 left in the third quarter.
Binghamton bench shouting defense loud. It's a tie game. 28-14 is the score of this quarter. And that's rough. This is a clamping defense when previously it was Swiss cheese all in the first half. Now it's Mia Broom at the top with Bella Pucci on her. And that's an errant pass to Page. Recovers, gets it to Weiss. Now Mia Broom for 3 as the shot clock expires. And no good. Middleton gets the rebound. Trying to take it up. Now passes to Casey. Just 50 seconds left in this quarter in a tie game. Binghamton could realistically be leading at the end of this quarter. Now Casey gets it to Pucci at the top for 3, and not quite. And that'll be Columbia ball with 36 seconds in the quarter. A defense chant from this Binghamton bench.
They could
are
hold.
in it.
It's not quite the full quarter clock, but they could hold to get about 5 seconds left.
Yes. Doesn't look like Columbia's fully doing that. Or perhaps they're assessing their options, dribbling back out if it doesn't look good. Oblihash trying to get the screen from Fliss, and it works.
That was
A little
tough
floater
jump
there.
shot.
Big pull-up jumper to hit that. They need to get some momentum back, but that's not a sustainable shot to be taken for the rest of the game.
Yes, Middleton, a heave from the three-point line is no good. And now full court from Ablihash, not quite. It's
I think Middleton thought there was
56-54.
less time on the clock than there was.
Yes.
Had a lot of time to look for a better shot. Went for this crazy three-point turnaround garbage shot.
Yes. Columbia leads by only 2 points after this third quarter. 56 to 50. That's clammy.
That's clammy. As all of the
We're all
what he
holding
has to
hands
feel
here in the
each other's
broadcast
hands.
booth. Oh my gosh, Perry.
Need to work
Your
on
hands are
that.
so sweaty.
Yeah.
Feel them. Believe it.
I'm loving this.
I just
chemistry.
noticed you're wearing green New Balance sneakers.
Is that bad juju?
When
Yes,
we
that's
green
the-
and white
Yes.
Binghamton Bearcats, and you're wearing green and white.
That is the exact
I
shade of
noticed,
green.
Justine, you wore a very Columbia outfit today, from the shoes
Oh,
to the
of course.
socks to the pants to the shirt.
Oh, of course. I
You're
come
Columbia
fitted up
born
for
and bred.
Columbia.
Well, I'm
Whenever I'm
wearing
in
a
this
Columbia
environment.
sweater, so what hopefully it balances out. A dress code.
And the nails.
What's the dress code? Wait,
I don't think your mic's working, Ted.
I think your mic got
Yes. Test. It doesn't seem
wanna
to be
test your
working
mic,
for
Ted?
Ted right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost Ted's audio.
Oh no.
That is what the gods think about dress code.
Yes. May Ted rest in peace. Yes. We've got a t-shirt toss going on right now. I'm requesting a t-shirt from the cheerleader, and the request did not work. We've got some audio difficulties we are dealing with here, folks. We apologize.
Test.
Oh, that is so loud.
He's back.
Whoa.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I do want to apologize to the listeners. We're on some absolute flanker headsets today.
Oh my
I believe
In the
ones
most
I'm-
derogatory sense.
I believe that these are from the early 2000s.
Yes.
The main stuff were
Some Y2K
out of
headphones.
commission. Yeah. Well, I just want to commentate. I've never seen a T-shirt throw end up in the media booth. We just had a
Yeah.
T-shirt almost hit Justine. Normally, they at least make it to the crowd. I've never seen a
No.
T-shirt not make it that far.
Yeah, I think Ted's got headphones ripped straight from the cover of Jet Set Radio.
I think these were meant to be plugged into a mobile cassette recorder.
Oh, yes. Bringing your Walkman with you.
Man, if you had that headset in the
Oh, look
1990s,
at
my
these.
God, you'd be fresh.
Look at this Jet Set Radio cover. These are the headphones. Look at this stuff. This is it, folks. We have the fourth quarter started. Maria Ablihash taking it up with a number one good defending on her. Now, both players named good have names starting with K. Mia Broom gets the layup, and Columbia takes a 4-point lead.
Good find on the pass there. Mia was wide open on the post. Got inside position on the defender.
Both goods are on the court right now. It is Kaya Good and Clarissa Good. But it's to Boyd at the top, trying to guard around Fliss. She does a little bit of a hesitation, and the shot put is a little short. Fliss Henderson trying to take it up, and the quick, short Kaya Good on her to Ablihash in the corner, and Perry in the post. Back to Fliss at the top, opts not to take a three. Almost loses the ball. Now Ablihash taking it back, 15 on the shot clock. Megan Griffith is giving like a little bit of a get off me signal. Perry Page, a three from the corner is good.
That's a really big three.
It's a huge three. Extending the lead to 7, but also restoring confidence in that Columbia shooting.
Absolutely. Columbia is now shooting 26% from the three-point line to Binghamton's 67. Now, Boyd up at the top. Again, Fliss defending. Goes around, layup a little too strong. But that rebound is right back to Boyd. And her foot was on the line.
Can
So the
Binghamton
line's taken.
respond? They're emptying their bench. They're going with 4 subs. If
Well, emptying their bench is a statement because those are a lot of starters and key reserves.
true. Emptying their bench to put in their starters.
Yes.
If you're Binghamton, you want those last two possessions to fall. You're really going to get in a hole if you're not hitting your easy layups. You're not going to get many more opportunities like that going forward.
Binghamton establishing the 3-2 zone once again. It looked like the 2-3 didn't work, and so they're doing a reverse. Now Fliss with a little shot put is no good. Perry Page comes up to the rebound, picked up to Rice. The 3 is no good. Rebound Fliss. Henderson tries to dribble it out but loses the ball, and that's going to be a held ball. Binghamton has possession. That is unfortunate. You wanted a 3 that open from Weiss on the left wing to go in. And she claps in frustration. She wanted it bad. Now here's Casey again taking it in on Broom. Nazi Simmons looks to be substituting in on the next dead ball. Casey trying to get around Broom. No dice. She passes it in to Bennett, but it's a little too far.
Costly turnover at this stage in the game.
Not what you wanted. Now here's Perry Page taking it in. A little easy one into Maria.
61-54, just 7:50 left here in the game. Columbia able to reestablish that lead, but Binghamton back in their zone. That's been so effective here in the second half.
Yes. Ablihash looking for options. Perry Page trying to make her way around the maze. Ablihash a fully open 3, and it goes in.
She picked up the ball, and her defender went to guard the passing lane instead of the man.
The Serb chooses to let it fly. Now it's Bella Pucci getting a touch on the ball again. She was a dog earlier in this game, but has been a little bit silent as of late. Spent a lot of time on the bench and trying to get around Mia Broom. Does, but loses the ball. It's to Perry Page. She's dribbling past to Weiss, and the left-handed rebound is no good. Weiss comes back up with it, though, and that's a held ball position, Columbia.
Yeah, if you really want to hit that layup there, if you're Riley Weiss, they do have this lead back up to 10, which has been big. Yeah, got a little scary there in the third quarter, but Binghamton shows that they can bring it back when they put on the pressure and things start going their direction. Lions got to keep their foot on the pedal here.
Yes. A little pass out back to Mia Broom. That was a little dicey. Casey almost came up with it, even if that pass is usually so consistent. And now Mia Broom loses the ball again, and it's picked up by Pucci.
That's the first steal of the game by the Binghamton Bearcats.
Remarkably, I think that's actually the second. The one was on there before. The corner 3 from Middleton is no good, but Bennett comes up with the rebound. Simmons tries to take it out of her hands, and that is one of the most lax and ones I've ever seen in my life. Bennett was just like stood, tossed up the ball very lazily, and there's a foul call, and she gets the and 1. It's an 8-point game with a chance for 7. 6 minutes 41 seconds left, and Columbia leads 64-56. 2v7. Bennett taking this free throw. And it's good. Perfect. Ablihash is the player of choice to take it up.
That and one was the first 3 points of the quarter by the Binghamton Bearcats.
Yes, now here's Perry in the key trying to find an option. Does a little pivot. Little Euro, not quite. Binghamton rebounds. Casey trying to take it up quickly. Clearly time is of the essence for these Bearcats. Now Casey gets to switch to Pucci, to Middleton in the corner. That 3's a little too far. And a little tip battle under the basket for the rebound. Refs call it Lions ball. It looked to me like it was off page, but the refs disagree. And as someone who attends Columbia University, I will not complain. There's your timeout.
Review.
Oh, review.
And we were just talking about these challenge rules at the beginning of the game, so maybe a good time to remind the listeners. Perry, could you enlighten us with what the new women's basketball challenge rules are?
Yes, our rules official here.
So, call me the Dean Blandino of women's basketball in the Ivy League. I do believe that for women's basketball, you get a challenge. I do not know. The only thing I'm not sure of is if you get one or if you get unlimited. So you can call it if you have a timeout, even if you don't have a timeout. If you get the challenge wrong, it costs a timeout. If you have no timeouts and you challenge and you get it wrong, it costs a technical. So very risky to call if you don't have a timeout. They have a timeout left. Definitely a good spot to use that at such a pivotal point in the game. But Do not know how many challenges they get. I'm going to see if I can find that out really quickly.
And while you look that up, maybe we can give a shout out to our viewers in the live chat right now. Thank you,
Listeners.
Declan889, for
Yes.
participating in the live chat.
We
That
love
means a
you,
lot to us
Declan.
here.
May you read some of Declan's lovely messages for this loving audience to hear.
He's very excited that my audio is now working. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harry seems to have the official rules pulled up here. What do we got?
Yes.
Okay.
Unlimited.
Unlimited number of challenges. It just costs a timeout or a technical.
Wow. How about that?
So I'm sure a consideration coaches will make now, oftentimes saving their timeouts for the end. You know, you can call timeouts in crunch time, but also, you know, when it gets down to 2 or 3 minutes left, you need to be thinking about, do I want to call a timeout? Do I want to save this for a challenge? And then if you don't have any timeouts, that technical foul can mean a lot if you get it wrong. You know, that's a high pressure situation. Also, though, you could consider the timeout to be more worthwhile than the one free throw and a ball. So you could use a challenge as a timeout, even if you expect to get it incorrect. If you do think that that is more worthwhile for your team to take that quick break, check in, and you concede the technical foul on the other end of the other team.
Yes.
So another dimension of the chess
A lot
being
to think
played.
about.
Yes. Something notable on Coach Griffith's end is she never calls a timeout mid-game. That is something she never, ever, ever does. And if she does, you know things have gone down the drain. So right now, Columbia has all 4 timeouts. These are always preserved for late game situations to draw up plays and move up the ball for an inbounds pass in the final minutes of a close game. It's looking like this is close enough where she will be using those timeouts. Unless Columbia really pulls away here, you know, they're going to be used.
Looks like the refs are ready to make a call.
Yes. Let's see what they say. Is there a courtesy microphone for the referees to use? It appears
still
not.
Huddled and discussing.
Again, 6 minutes, 13 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Lions lead 64-57, just a 7-point game. It was tied
Yes.
earlier in the third quarter. Binghamton went on a 26-16 run to start the second half. Slowed down a little bit. Columbia's been able to pull ahead, but nonetheless, still within striking range for the Bearcats.
And it is an unsuccessful challenge by the Bearcats. It's Columbia's ball. 7 points, 6 minutes to go.
Good eye by the refs. Binghamton once again setting up that zone. They do not care about the press right now. They cared once, and then Columbia got around it and went on to it was a 16-point lead at one point. Remarkable that Binghamton got it down to a tie. It appears the referees are still waiting on whatever ESPN Plus commercial is going on, or SNY.
Never a commercial here on WKCR. All music
Never.
and sports, no commercials.
Yes. Now it's Maria Ablihash taking it up. We have Nazi Simmons, Carrie Page, Fliss, Henderson, Riley Weiss, and Nazi Simmons. Sorry, Nazi Simmons is only one person. Maria Ablihash in for Columbia. Now it's Fliss, halfway down the shot clock, looking for options. Riley Weiss trying to get around. Maria Ablihash on the left wing gets around, but finds more defenders. Fliss trying to drive. A little floater, and that's good. It's a 9-point lead for Columbia with 5:40 left.
Full court man here by the Lions.
Yeah, it's a struggle to get that pass in. That was almost at 5 seconds. Now it's Casey dribbling it up as usual. Casey's been very successful as a ball handler this game, a huge orchestrator of the comeback. Casey's really trying to get around to Ablihash, but Ablihash is playing her back a little bit, drops it into the post, but too far under the basket was Bennett, and Henderson comes up with the rebound. Henderson now looking. Page almost didn't see that pass. Henderson now on the right wing, gets it into Page in the post, trying to get around Bennett, puts it up, a little too short, gets her own rebound. It's Riley Weiss at the top. Maria Ablihash on the right wing, looking, trying to use a Riley Weiss screen. She has Casey on her. Now Riley over on the right wing, considering a three, chooses to dribble in, gets around Bennett. Little floater is too short. She needed some more sauce on that. The held ball on that rebound is Binghamton possession.
Great work by the Lions to get all these offensive boards. I'm really impressed by that. They've
Great.
got 20 offensive boards so far in this game, just to Binghamton's 10. That's 10 extra possessions they've recreated off of misses.
Wow.
Yeah, Columbia has 20 more shots this game than the Binghamton Bearcats.
Yes. The problem is, like, Columbia's winning the possession game so much with the turnovers, the rebounds, the assists, all that, but their shooting is lights out, as in the breaker has gone out. They need to go back into the basement and reset that breaker so their shooting can turn back on.
As I look on the court, I see our Dean of Columbia College, Joseph Surratt,
Yes,
shooting layups.
I've registered for one of his classes next semester. Religion and the history of hip hop.
I'm in that one too.
Let's go.
Oh, that's a great class. I wonder if they still need TAs.
Oh, have you applied to be a TA for religion and the
I have
history of
not.
hip hop? Well, it's fun to know I'll be your classmate next semester.
Yes, it's gonna be electric.
May I shake your sweaty palm?
Whoa, not that sweaty, a little clammy.
It's a
How are we doing now?
it's a little moisturized. It's a moisturized palm, I'd say. All right, it's Rory's shoot to win for Dean Joseph
What
Surratt.
is a layup, free throw, 3-pointer, half court usually?
Half court shot. Wow. All right, the layup is
Hey,
made by
hey,
Dean
left-handed
Surratt.
Layup on the right side is
I'm
interesting.
not seeing a
Does
lot of
Surratt know to bend
flexibility.
his knees? He's taking
Oh,
a
bend the
long
le-
time.
oh.
The free throw is good. He's got such a smooth stroke. I got a flu shot next to this man once. For three, the one-legged is a little too short. Tries it again. Right on the money and a swish. He's going to take the half-court shot, is he?
Oh, not a
No.
half quarter.
No. He high-fives an econ professor. Is he going to take this half-court shot? Is this a...
No, it was just a 3.
No? Just a three?
You know, that,
Damn,
he looked
that
like
was
he played
disappointing.
basketball.
That was really impressive for a
Yes.
college administrator to put themselves out there like that and to deliver hitting
Yes.
the layup, the free throw, and the 3-pointer.
He was 3 for 4.
I'm very impressed by that. I'm not going to lie.
He has a better shooting percentage than anyone on the court.
Ain't that the truth? Maybe Dean Surratt should walk through that door.
Yes. Dean Surratt,
Oh my
famed
God,
women's
Dean
basketball
Surratt's
player.
Dang.
What number do we think Dean Surratt would wear?
99.
99?
99, yep.
99 is not an allowed number in college basketball.
Well,
You know the rules
That's
about
a
numbers
shame.
in college basketball,
I
right?
don't know the rules.
They
about
only
numbers.
allow the digits 0 through 5 because the refs need to
Oh.
signal with their hands what number the
55.
foul was.
He'd be a 55 then.
All right. I did see in the last game a player wearing number 9. I assume that's because nobody was wearing 45 or 54, and so they could get away with it. It's an inbound pass to Pucci. And here's Boyd taking it up with Paige on her. This is an interesting switch. Casey is still on the court, though. So it seems it just wasn't her taking it up. Now Middleton at the top with Simmons on her. There's a lot of movement. Pass to Boyd almost got tipped away by Paige. And now a struggle for the ball. Boyd loses it. Broom picks it up. She's got Middleton on her. Trying to find a passing lane. Not quite. Tries to kick it out to Oblihash and does. She's on the left wing, bringing it to the center and slowing it down. With a 9-point lead, you really do want to run out the clock in this situation. A score with 5 is much better than a score with 25. Maria Oblihash using a Rafu screen. Pull-up jumper is a little short. Gets her own rebound. Tries to pass it off a Binghamton player out of bounds, but it doesn't touch them and goes to Middleton. And now the errant pass tipped away by Simmons stays with Binghamton with 25 seconds. What a sequence there.
Yeah, I think Columbia definitely have utmost priority to use the entire shot clock during their offensive possessions.
Now it's Casey getting a switch with Mia Broom on her. Nazi Simmons trying to stay with Middleton and deny a pass. But Casey passes over to Boyd in the corner, trying to dribble over to the center. Now it's Casey on the left wing, trying to go baseline. Whoa! That was a rough landing on the rebound. Susie Rafi got taken out on the shot, and then Perry Page tried to jump over her for this rebound. Tripped over both her and Middleton, the defender, go down. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Susie Raphael. A live ball foul. What a situation.
Right through rightfully little ginger on the get up there. That one looked like it hurt a little bit.
Yeah. It's not what you want to see for Perry Page. She went down with an ACL tear in her freshman year, but hasn't missed injury time since. It's good that everyone is still remaining on this court. Casey misses her first free throw. Mind you, live ball fouls on an offensive possession result in 2 free throws. Let's see what Casey does on her second. She makes the second, so that's 1 for 2, and she makes the worst of the 2. I'm always pro if you're going to make one, you make your first because you have the rebound chance on the second. Now here's Fliss.
I think everyone is pro. Make them both.
Well, that's fair. I'm saying if you make one.
Yeah.
Fliss is trying to get around Middleton here.
Good spin.
A little spin move, another spin, a little reverse layup. On the rebound, it looks like it's a held ball, but no, it's not called a hold. It's out to Mia Broom. Mia Broom drives baseline. Layup from under the basket is good, and it's a 10-point lead again with under 3 minutes to go. Binghamton only has 2 timeouts. How do you think they're gonna manage this?
Not able to recreate that third quarter magic. Lions outscoring Binghamton 12-4 here in the fourth.
Yes, Binghamton probably needs a couple threes to really get it down quick. Looks like it's Pucci trying to go up with the shot, but it's stripped, and Avlihash comes over with the steal. She's got Pucci behind her, though. Pucci tried to get a steal, but blocked successfully away. A little bit of a box out was Avlihash. Now dribbling it out with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Really slowing the offense down here, trying to suck up as much of this clock as they can.
Absolutely. Now using a screen from Fliss. Pull-up jumper is good. A couple bounces on the rim, but a nice little roll in for Avlihash, and she has 12 points this game.
The Lions are just pulling away here this fourth quarter. Really the response that Coach Griffith wanted to see.
Yes. And now SUNY Binghamton calls timeout with 2 minutes left and a 12-point deficit. It was looking dicey for a little bit, but now it's getting a little bit more into what Columbia wants to see.
Interesting to see the absence of Riley Weiss in the game so far. I'm seeing for the Lions, Susie Rafu, Maria Avlahoff, and Perry Page all with 14, 12, and 11 respectively. Riley Weiss typically far and away their leading scorer.
Yes.
What's your take on what's happening so far this game, Justine?
It's a very physical game. Very, very physical. And Riley Weiss is very clearly like the finesse shooter. You know, if it's a shootout, if you're getting your passing lanes, then you want her in there. But she's not someone you put in for lockdown defense or anything like that. She is coming in now, though. So it looks like Griffith, found the right rotation. Found the group of lockdown defenders to keep Binghamton from scoring any more than they have. Now it's Middleton over on the right wing, tipped by Page, but Boyd recovers. It's not a backcourt. Boyd now driving on Broom, tries to go up with it and fouled on the shot, but very short.
Great communication there by Broom to pick up Page's person as Page was struggling to get back after tipping that away. That was some great communication there on defense.
Absolutely. And now in comes Riley Weiss. In for Maria Avlihash, it seems. No, in for Nazi Simmons. Maria Avlihash, great ball handler, been scoring well in this quarter, so it makes sense that Coach G would want to keep her in. It's Boyd waiting to take some free throws. She's got 2. Looks like the cleaning crew came in with a mop, did a great job. Shout out to our cleaning guy. He gave us over a smile as he heard our commentary.
That is a member of the men's basketball team. Working
Yes.
event staff.
Yes, would you care to tell us a little bit more about the men's basketball team?
I don't know that much, to be honest with you, Justine.
Fair enough. We did say we did see Zane over in the audience giving a little point and smile and a nod.
Good rebound there by the Lions, trying to suck this clock up. Just 1:36 left.
Yes. Almost lost the ball, but Perry Page recovers, drives, layup is good. It's a 14-point lead. Warm up the bus, folks. Just a minute and a half. Binghamton, it's just getting out of their muscled, long-lived, cartoonish reach. Now a drive from Boyd, a layup too strong, rebound Bennett. Too weak there. Bliss Henderson comes up with the rebound. Has numbers. Mia Broom trying to drive. Kicks it out to Riley Weiss for three. In and out. And that's a rebound for Boyd. And it's going the other way with just a minute left and a 14-point deficit for these Bearcats. Screen from Bennett. Boyd pass into Bennett in the post. Bennett almost loses it, and then a little shot put is good. 12-point game, under a minute. Lions want to dribble it out. And it looks like the Bearcats aren't going to foul. They're going to, it seems, accept defeat.
Yeah, with 12 points, I mean, fouling would just kind of
Yes,
prolong the inevitable.
yes, that clock expired very quickly. Looked like Binghamton almost just kept on playing normal basketball. There's 1 second left on this shot clock, and that's a violation, which Columbia will take. There are 20 seconds left. It's a 12-point game. That's a fair possession to do in this sort of situation. Simmons comes in as the last substitution of the game. And looks like Binghamton's perhaps going to try and run a final play to prepare for the rest of the season. Boyd with a little long pass. And that's right to Perry Page. That's what we in the football business call an arm punt. Mia Broom trying to get past half court. Now Ablihash dribbles it in. And there's a timeout from Columbia. So Coach G is going to try and run a last-second play. This is a staple of hers. When Columbia's up big and they have the timeouts and they have the players in, Coach G tries to run a play in her playbook against a real-time defending team to try and get the team prepared later on.
Yeah, I mean, it is certainly a choice. A lot of people would just choose to run out the clock here with 12 seconds and a 12-point lead. Running a play, calling a timeout to set up a set play, a little questionable. Ted, how do you feel about that?
I would be absolutely unfathomable if they could claw back 12 points in 11.9 seconds. I'm with you all the way.
I have no concern about the score. I think this is a unilaterally good move, just on behalf of getting a team prepared for a play. That, like, the season is long. It's 4 or 5 months. And so to be running this play now, so if there's a more urgent situation, they can run it later on.
Dribble it out, actually.
Yeah, looks like a little I formation there. Mia crosses up and fouled on the shot. 2.2 seconds remaining. I mean, hey, we get more time on the air, folks. Let it be.
I think Mia Broom was intending to dribble it out, and then Coach G sort of yelled at her, like, go! And then she took it to the basket.
I don't know that Mia Broom was actually dribbling it out. I think she was waiting for the clock to get low enough so she could attempt to get an open shot with low enough time left. You know, it's all practice for this endgame situation. She misses the first free throw. A little bit of a Columbia staple there. It remains 72-60 as Mia Broom prepares for the second free throw. And that one's good. She makes the worst of the two. Binghamton inbounds with 2.2 seconds left. A full court shot from Pucci, and not quite. Final score 73, Columbia Lions, 60, Binghamton Bearcats. That's a 13-point win. A well-played, hard-fought game that got real dicey in that second half, but ended well. What are your thoughts?
The Lions played really well in that first half, growing that lead really well in the fourth quarter, kind of let it slip in that third. Shout out to Bingham. They've made some great defensive adjustments at halftime, came out in that zone. It looked really strong. Kind of just fell apart there in that fourth quarter, let the Lions get away from them.
Yeah, the Binghamton coach is right next to us doing an interview for the radio. Apparently that is not a tradition we as Columbia WKCR have set up, but SUNY Binghamton has in their wheelhouse. So good for them. I appreciate it.
Final score 73-60. Columbia Lions take the victory. Who do we got next up on the schedule?
Next up at home, we have Wagner, Saturday, December 6th at 2 p.m. Before then, Columbia takes a trip to the Bahamas for a 3-game tournament against some big Power 5 teams. It is against University of North Carolina Tar Heels, Kansas State, and South Dakota State. These are all at the Cancun Challenge in Cancun, Mexico. I know I said the Bahamas. That was incorrect. It is Cancun. famously
Cancun on 3.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
North Carolina ranked 14. That'll be a big game.
Yes,
But Lions have dropped a lot of
a lot of big
tough
ones. Yes.
thus far. So they'll
Yes.
need to pick up some wins, hopefully, there on that road trip.
This is their first win at home. They previously lost to nationally ranked Richmond and St. Joseph's, both teams at the Atlantic 10. Some really tough shooting nights. Similar to here, the Lions continue to have rough shooting nights, even though they may win the possession game. It's a pretty consistent issue.
And perhaps we'll wrap at that.
Yes. Tune in right here. No, not right here. 89.9 FM, WKCR New York, WKCR.org at 2 p.m. Saturday, December 6th for Columbia women's basketball this game against the Wagner Eagles. I don't know.
Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles.
Good shout.
My name's been Ted,
I'm Barry. My name's Ben Justine.
and thanks so much for listening.